Back in the summer of 1989, they were doing their best to shove Ghostbusters 2 down our throats, and I tried to tape every one of them.
But he's not just gonna catch that mouse.
I'll strap it to a chair, tape its eyelids open, and make it watch 30-something.
Mousebusters in action. A classic married with children. Sunday at its new time.
Again, from MTV's The Big Picture, here's Chris Connolly and a lot of celebrities attending the premiere of Ghostbusters 2.
It might outgross the original, which of course was the biggest grossing comedy ever at the box office. Now what will it take for this one to do even better? Well, we asked a few people, a few well-known people, that very question.
We're the only Ghostbusters!
We're back! Too hot to handle, too cold to hold. They called the Ghostbusters and they're in control.
Hose 'em.
Had a throwing party for a bunch of children. Well, all the while the slime was under the building.
Mood slime.
So they packed up, regrouped, got a grip, came equipped, grabbed their proton packs from the back, and they split.
Who are you gonna call?
Ghostbusters!
Some sequels are better than the originals.
I happen to think that Ghostbusters is sort of the ideal movie to make a sequel.
It's got the main actors that was there before, so it should be an even better one.
More slime, more slime.
It's funnier and scarier than the first one.
The first one was so incredible, it was so funny. I think that if they can just do that again, it'll be terrific.
I love the movie. I loved everything about it.
I have to go back with my daughter to see it a second time.
This is what you do with your spare time.
It's a must-see. You gotta see it.
I'll have to go 6 million times.
Well, we'll see.
Now this next one is one of my absolute favorite clips from the summer of 1989 when they were promoting the heck out of Ghostbusters 2. Here's Bill Murray on Crook and Chase. Janet Tyson throws it to Jimmy Carter, who interviews Murray on topics such as working for scale and the lack of resemblance between the film characters and the cartoon characters. He's got a great quote in here. Enjoy.
First up on the show is a guy who's been striped and Scrooged, and now he's being slimed again.
You know, Bill Murray has come a long way from Saturday Night Live, and his latest effort is one of this summer's hottest box office draws, Ghostbusters 2. Now, his interviews about the movie have been typical Murray, evasive and funny, but we sent our man Jimmy Carter to get the facts, just the facts, ma'am.
3:50 p.m. Saturday. It was a sunny day in New York. My assignment is to get some information out of one Bill Murray, actor, millionaire, Ghostbuster. My name is Carter. I carry a notepad. In an effort to find out the facts about the second Ghostbuster movie, I hear Bill Murray has agreed to do the movie only after being given millions of dollars and some free food.
No, I just got the free food. Well, maybe someone else did. Ivan? Here? No, there was no money involved. Actually, we didn't really get paid much. We sort of told them we'll take money later just for the opportunity to work.
Just to practice your craft is really what this is about, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's an expensive movie to make, and so rather than spend all the money on us, we thought, well, let's just try and make the movie and see what happens. Take a flyer on it.
The kids go crazy over Ghostbusters. Do they recognize you probably more for that, the young ones, than anything else you've ever done?
Well, I did this poetry reading at Cambridge a couple of weeks ago.
And my kindergarten class was asking about Razor's Edge the other day, too.
Really?
That's a whole other thing.
Well, I guess so. I think they're kind of disappointed that I don't look like the guy in the cartoon show. That's a crushing blow. A friend of mine's son went to the movie the other day and saw Ernie Hudson and said, Dad, Winston's black. I don't know whether, I don't know, maybe he looks sort of amber or something on the cartoon show, but I guess that's where they know us from, little kids. And adults, I think more adults know from taking their kids to the movie or something.
Bill Murray is a famous man, but there are reports that he recently checked into a fancy Palm Springs hotel looking more like Jed Clampett.
I'm sort of a Beverly Hillbilly. Everything goes on the top of the truck, and any humans get to sit on top. Yeah, I travel heavy. I just bring a lot of stuff, always looking for distraction. Yeah, I had everything. I really had a lot of stuff. The guy couldn't believe it. It was 2:30 in the morning. Somebody's checking in the hotel. You figure, well, he'll just have a garment bag. This guy had to make 3 trips up and down, and just every kind of junk in the world I had with me.
I know that you're an adamant sportsman. I ran into you once years ago. You were wearing a white suit at the Kentucky Derby. And you have some baseball interest, but you're really a golf, maybe even a golf fanatic a little bit, aren't you?
Well, I don't know if you can be, I think people would laugh if you said a golf fanatic. That'd be sort of like, he is a badminton zealot. You know, a golf fanatic. I've got a couple of friends that play golf. I was a caddy, so I was a caddy for my whole adolescence and childhood, so I'm more of a caddy nut. I like to see caddies in action. I like to see them hefting the bag and cleaning off the clubs for people who are making a lot more money than they do.
Only Jimmy could get that kind of stuff out of him. That's
Well,
right.
Bill's already working on another film, folks. He'll star in and direct a movie called Quick Change. So be looking for that in the future.
With the greatest quote in the world, Dad, Winston's black.
Dad, Winston's black.
What would a summer movie blockbuster season be without the toy tie-ins?
You may spend another $50 on t-shirts, hats, and posters as you're walking out. That's right, movie merchandising is raking in the dough almost as fast as the movies themselves.
T-shirts, hats, posters, for sale, Indiana Jones.
Of course, the idea of movie merchandise is far from new. Felix the Cat was the first movie cartoon star back in the late teens and early 20s. They merchandised him like crazy. What is new is the way merchandise is being sold. 2 studios have gone into the mail-order catalog business with great success. And several companies are selling their tie-in products right at the theaters where the pictures are playing.
We went through, 350 shirts here in about 3 days. Of that many shirts, not including pins, buttons, keychains.
It certainly seems as if merchandising is a can't-lose business, but it's not. No one knows if a film will flop until it opens, and if it bombs, so do its tie-ins. And even a hit is no guarantee of success. Roger Rabbit was a smash in theaters, but a flop in the toy stores. Apparently, people didn't find him lovable enough to want to take him home.
Generally, it is very rare when a movie-based property makes a tremendously successful toy line. I think we saw it with Star Wars. We saw quite a bit of it there, but generally, single movies in and of themselves have not generated hit toy lines.
Kenner's Ghostbusters line has been a rare exception, but the 5 years between movies have been filled in by a TV cartoon series, and that's kept the interest alive. So what's hot right now? We asked a woman who decides what to buy and promote at Macy's department store in New York City.
Right now, the I Love Lucy doll is very, very popular. So is Dorothy and the Tin Man, the Wizard of Oz characters.
Aha, oldies but goodies. In fact, The Wizard of Oz and another 1939 movie, Gone with the Wind, are enjoying greater merchandising success today than they did when they were first released 50 years ago. And speaking of 1930s movie stars...
Your Shirley Temple doll comes all dressed up and just loves to have tea parties with her very own Shirley Temple tea set.
Shirley Temple, whose dolls made millions in the depths of the Depression and enjoyed a revival in the 50s and 60s when her films came to TV, is back in the doll business. Only now, limited editions sell for $90 apiece. And at the Shine Gallery in Los Angeles, where collectors pay hundreds, even thousands, for movie and cartoon character merchandise from the past, who's the hottest property?
Without a doubt, King of the Mountain is Mickey Mouse. Now, then, and probably forever. Followed by the other Disney characters, and then, of course, strong seconds are the other cartoon characters.
So it looks like the classic stars and characters are really the biggest hits, and that includes Batman. After all, he's not new, he's just making a comeback. And if you want to get a jump on the next big merchandising boom, well, start buying old Dick Tracy memorabilia right now. Because when Warren Beatty's new Dick Tracy movie comes out next year, it's going to give Batmania a run for its money. Leonard Maltin, Entertainment Tonight.
The experts say the way to collect for the future is to buy what everybody else isn't buying. If the T-shirts are selling and the ties are not, buy the ties because they will be scarce later on. That's what the experts say.